Power isn't always about what you possess in your hands, it's about what you carry within yourself, about how you move, speak, and exist in a room. It's a subtle but undeniable force that radiates from people who understand their own worth before anyone else validates it. Law 34 from Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power states, "Be royal in your own fashion, act like a king to be treated like one." And this isn't a metaphor reserved for actual thrones and kingdoms. This is a universal principle, a timeless lesson about commanding respect, setting the tone, and leading your own life by assuming a stature that demands recognition. The world, whether we like to admit it or not, operates on perception. People see you long before they hear you. They feel your energy before they know your name. And in those unspoken, fleeting first moments, decisions are made. Will this person be followed? Will they be dismissed? Will their presence command attention, or will it blend into the background noise of the day? If you want to influence those outcomes, you must control what you project. Imagine walking into a room where you don't know a soul. Now, picture two versions of yourself entering. In one, you shuffle in, head down, eyes darting, movements apologetic. In the other, you step in with your shoulders back, a calm, unhurried pace, eyes making deliberate contact with those you pass, as if you expect to be acknowledged, because why wouldn't you? The second version of you hasn't said a word yet, but it has already claimed space. That's the essence of acting like a king, or a queen, in your own right. History is littered with figures who understood this principle intuitively. Cleopatra, without the physical might of Rome, seduced its most powerful men by carrying herself like a deity. Napoleon, a man of modest physical stature and humble beginnings, walked, spoke, and strategized with the unshakable self-assurance of an emperor long before France placed a crown on his head. They didn't wait for titles or validation. They assumed the role internally and the world responded in kind. The psychological power behind this is simple: people take cues from your behavior about how they should treat you. If you constantly self-deprecate, apologize unnecessarily, or minimize your accomplishments, people subconsciously adjust their expectations of you. If you speak with conviction, move with purpose, and handle yourself with quiet confidence, others instinctively grant you authority. It's human nature to defer to those who appear to defer to no one. Let's be clear, this isn't about arrogance. True power is never loud or desperate. It's not about boasting or steamrolling conversations. It's about presence. It's about owning your space without having to fight for it. It's about being so certain in your worth that you don't need to prove it, and ironically, that's what makes others believe in it. Your body language tells a story before your mouth does. So, what narrative are you conveying? Are you suggesting, through slouched shoulders and nervous laughter, that you're lucky to even be in the room? Or are you communicating, through deliberate movement and steady gaze, that this room is better because you're in it? There's a difference. And people pick up on it, often without consciously realizing it. Think about your speech patterns too. Those who carry themselves with regal confidence don't rush to fill silences. They aren't afraid of pauses. They choose their words carefully, understanding that when they speak, people will listen, not because they're the loudest, but because what they say carries weight. Learn to be comfortable with silence. Use it to your advantage. Let others chase the need to fill the space while you stay anchored, composed. Another crucial part of this law is how you handle conflict and setbacks. Life will test your composure. People will question your authority. Circumstances will tempt you to react like everyone else. But remember, royalty isn't reactive. A king doesn't squabble in the streets. A queen doesn't lower herself to every insult. You must learn to choose your battles, not because you're afraid to fight, but because your time and energy are too valuable to waste on petty matters. When insulted, hold your head higher. When challenged, respond with calm, decisive action, not frantic defense. Let others see that you're unaffected by small slights because your focus is on bigger conquests. That detachment is intoxicating. People are drawn to those who seem above the noise because it suggests they possess something rare, something worth following. Scarcity creates value. A king isn't available to everyone at every moment. Neither should you be. Don't overextend yourself seeking approval or validation. Don't dilute your presence by being constantly accessible. Learn to be gracious yet reserved. Let people feel your absence. Let them notice when you're not around. It builds intrigue. It reinforces the idea that your time and attention are privileges, not entitlements. Dress the part too. This doesn't mean you need designer clothes or lavish accessories. It means being intentional about your appearance. Present yourself in a way that signals self-respect. Grooming, posture, attire, all of these elements speak on your behalf before you even open your mouth. They set expectations. They communicate standards. Internally, you must cultivate unshakable belief in your own worth. This isn't easy. We're conditioned to downplay ourselves, to fit in, to avoid seeming arrogant. But there's a difference between arrogance and self-assurance. One seeks to dominate others to feel powerful. The other simply exists in its own power, indifferent to external validation. Develop that inner monologue that reminds you, especially in moments of doubt, that you belong in any room you choose to enter. That your ideas matter. That your goals are valid. The application of this law isn't limited to grand arenas. It matters in boardrooms, social gatherings, classrooms, even casual encounters. Wherever people gather, hierarchies form. Influence is distributed. Perceptions solidify. If you don't shape those perceptions, someone else will do it for you, and rarely in your favor. In professional settings, act like your contributions are indispensable, but without desperation. Speak when you have value to add, and do so without apologizing for your presence. In social situations, be the person who listens intently, speaks meaningfully, and leaves people feeling elevated for having interacted with you. In your personal life, set standards for how you're treated and enforce them calmly, consistently. Understand too that not everyone will applaud your ascent. Some will be threatened by your confidence. Others will attempt to undermine it. Let them. The higher you climb, the clearer the view, and the thinner the air. Not everyone is equipped to handle it. Stay focused. Stay composed. Let your results, your presence, your unshaken sense of self, be the rebuttal. Law 34 isn't about pretending to be something you're not. It's about embracing the highest version of yourself and carrying that version into every room you enter. It's about refusing to shrink, to apologize, or to defer unnecessarily. It's about assuming your rightful place in the world, not because it's been granted, but because you've claimed it. The world, after all, believes what you show it. Act like a king, be treated like one. Act like a peasant, and be treated accordingly. The choice, as it always is yours. And if you have the courage to wear your invisible crown, to move through life with the gravity of someone whose presence matters, you'll find that the doors you once thought closed weren't locked. They were simply waiting for you to stop asking permission to open them. This is Law 34. And it belongs to those bold enough to claim it.